think we're live. Let's check. Oh, wait. Why did I go back to showing this? Is it active? Active screen? Ah, man. I thought it was showing this one. If I add a tab here, let's switch back to this one. I guess not. All right. What's OBS doing here? Why are we showing this one? Screen capture. Ah, we're doing display capture. Mac screen capture. Not that one. This one? Nope. This one. The old BenQ. There we go. Nice. No void. No void for the stream. All right. Now we're good to go. Cool. Let's turn on a little that and then check and see everything else is actually running. Where are we going? What are we doing? All right. Let's check some X. See if X is good. I should be live, right? There we go. Do we have audio? We do. We have. And I'm not sharing audio, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't want to share the audio for that. Okay, cool. And then X is good. Is Twitch? How's Twitch looking? Got audio? Looks like we got audio. Cool. And then YouTube. Where's my channel? It looks like we're live. Oops. There we go. Hello, hello. Cool. Cool, cool. All righty. What are we doing? What are we doing? So first, I guess we're gonna do some brand stats. Wait, I guess do I want to switch this back to the void? Maybe I do want to share the Mac screen instead, and then have all my like extra stuff over here. That at least it looks like I'm looking at the camera. Or I can move the camera, so it looks like I'm looking at the camera. Yeah. All right. So let's see. Oh wait, I gotta see if I can switch things up here. So let's see. Profile. All right, now I can show that. I did keep up with my school activities a little bit, which was good. Hang on, let's close that out. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. What is today? Today's the 1st. Oh man. Yeah, I haven't kept up at all with that. So let's see. The 29th. What did I do on the 29th? I think I did manage to hop on and stay consistent. So August 29th, I had 37 activities. 37. Let that recalculate. All right. And then the 30th, I was here. Yeah, 35. I was busy like the whole day, but I managed to get some school activity in the morning. So keeping that record going. Nice. All right. We're getting that average up. And then on the 31st, so yesterday, I did manage to update as well. 50. Yeah, yesterday I was actually pretty good for a little while. Spent a little more time working on some stuff. I did some app stuff yesterday. Finally got the Wave app live on Android. Took care of a visual bug and everything, so it is good to go. The app is live, and oh man, and then yeah, then today I already had some activities, and may have some more activity later today. So we're not going to count that one yet. 39 though, it's a good start. And man, it's already September 1st. That's crazy. That's so weird. It's so crazy. It's already. Danilo, good morning, man. From a new room, yes. Yeah, I'm back at my place in Indy, so I'm in a different setup for today. Not in my normal apartment setup. Wait, did I get to level? I thought I was level 4 of my little activity dealy, but I guess not. Yeah, we're back to my OG setup. This is where I used to stream from, like 2 years ago. If I go to my channel and then go to live, wait, that's not my channel. Go to my channel and go to live. It should look very familiar as I go backwards. Oh, it doesn't have them all? Oh, maybe I took it. I might have taken it down. Oldest. Weird. Oh, maybe I hit it. Okay. Yeah, never mind. That's where we're at right now. Yeah. Anyway, it's where I used to stream from. I think if I go to my actual YouTube channel, which I was going to do anyway. Right? Yeah, I thought so. I don't know what happened there. That's kind of weird. Anyway. Let's see, YouTube Studio. Whoa, 887. Nice. We're getting up there. This Nano Banana video is like doing okay, which is cool. Oh, and I missed a comment. All right. But if I go back to content, if you're live, I have a couple streams. I might have taken them down. I think I like accidentally exposed something I didn't want to show. So I left it unlisted. But yeah, there we go. I'm in that a very familiar background. It's a little bit different. I took some of that stuff. Like I changed the furniture and stuff, but uneducated player. How's it going, man? I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm back at my other place. How are you? How's it going for you, man? How's this week looking? Anyway, yeah, this is when I was gonna do some. I was getting into the Webflow thing, so I was doing that for a while. When was this? That was the main thing I wanted to see what the date was when I did this. This is when I first was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like live stream working on stuff, and then I did it twice, and then I just like stopped for some reason. Good, yeah, of course, yeah, of course. Happy for your subs journey. Thank you. Yeah, camera direction's different. That's true. I guess I flipped it. I think I had it mirrored. I go back and forth on like if I want it to be mirrored or not mirrored. So like I think it was displaying it not mirrored. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. But yeah, man. No, I'm glad to have you here for the subs journey. I appreciate it. Hopefully it can deliver something valuable for the for the number slowly go up. I still need to take your advice. I still haven't. I think I posted one TikTok last week. Yeah, I think I got that one TikTok, which I think you saw. So I still gotta fix that. So that's gonna happen eventually. Then we can start getting some bigger numbers, but we'll get there. When was okay, April 4th, 2024. So last year, more than last year, or over a year ago, was when I was starting to stream, and then was like, I wasn't sure if this is what I wanted to do. I was gonna try to go like full time Webflow ish, like web design stuff, and then it's like, I don't know if that's what I want to do. So I kind of like doubled back, ended up kind of changing directions, and then ended up moving and all that stuff. So yeah, but anyway, I was gonna finish tracking some brand stats since that's what we're here for. The school's still growing, man. It's crazy. So let's see. I guess we'll go day by day. But my school membership. Oh, it's my overall. It's not. That's right. Okay. Yeah, weird. Maybe it just didn't load. That's super weird. Might have been on like a different community. So anyway, so got another member. Nice. So 193. I was gonna see. I can look at metrics, right? Metrics and total members. So where did we stop? 29th? Yeah, that's crazy. So 29th was 153. 30th was 178. That jumped a ton. That's crazy. It's amazing what YouTube can do. And yeah, so 25 members. That's nuts. And then I got to step up the Skool game. Got to get some more stuff going. Craig, how's it going, man? I'm still been thinking about your system, so I'm gonna get to it eventually. It's been a long weekend, but gonna get to it eventually. But how are you, man? How are you? All right, and then 178, and then 183, August 31st. 183, and the differ on that. 5 more members. It's crazy. And then today, I mean, I guess we can go ahead and track it today. Why not? So today is, at least right now, 194, which is nuts. Because that's another 11. Man, that's crazy. Right on, man. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that too. Thank you. I keep thinking about it though. Like it's such a good idea. Like it's definitely something I think would be really useful. Anyway, unfortunately, I have to balancing priorities here, I guess. All right, and then wait, yeah, YouTube channel started in 2023. Here we are in 2025. All right, 8:30. I guess we can go day by day. That's what I was doing anyway. How are you? How are you, Craig? What's going on, man? How was your weekend? Let's see, analytics, audience. We're getting there. Subscribers. Last 7 days. This doesn't give me total count, does it? There we go. Yeah, it only tells me the difference. I kind of want advanced. What do I want? Audience size growth. Subscribers. There we go. Okay. Where are we at? Why are you not showing me numbers? There we go. So almost 2026. Yeah, right. It's getting close. It really is. Yeah, it's insane. Full-time AI. Yeah. Working full-time on AI now. Full-time AI sounds great. That sounds like a lot of fun. Checking my email every hour for NVIDIA email. Oh man, yeah. Is it getting close? Is it? It is September now, so it might be getting close to that time. That would be exciting. All right. So 8:30 was, where are we at? 8:30 was 880. And then 8:31 was where we're at now, 884. Drag those down, 704. We're slowly growing, slowly rolling. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, trip is good. Yeah, it is very good. It's getting really close. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's where I'm in a different streaming setup right now because I'm down back down to my townhouse. I was hanging out with my brother last night, and we did a fantasy football draft on Saturday. So that was like the big thing. Hang out with a bunch of friends and did that, and then yesterday I was working on the app and stuff, and then my brother had to work, but gonna be hanging out with him later today. So gonna do some streaming for now, and then gonna go hang out with the fam for a little bit too today. So not a long stream today, unfortunately. Gotta go do American holiday stuff, but yeah, been good. Steelers fan. Nice. There you go. Okay. Nice. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Because they have big time Steelers fan. Well, that's true. Yeah, because you've got a friend in Pittsburgh, right? So that would make sense. That makes sense. Maybe some subtle influence there. That Aaron Rodgers is there now, right? So like that'll be interesting. All right. So brand stats looking good. I think we're all caught up now. It's kind of going day up for Skool members, but for YouTube and activity, we're going day behind. Look at that. Look at those big numbers. Got to get my activity up, but pretty good so far. They never win, but typically Scots always support the underdog. Fair enough. Okay, didn't know that. That's good. That's good to know. Yeah, no, it's been a long time. I mean, basically since like Big Ben, I think the Steelers have been struggling for a while. But yeah, I'm not the most hardcore football person. I'm actually that's why I'm kind of like an honorary member of the fantasy football group. My brother took over for me because I just like didn't follow it. I just wasn't very good about it, and he is much more engaged with the fantasy football and just the NFL in general. So so he took my spot. So read an interesting report on YouTube. Okay, like about YouTube or like YouTube stats. Yeah, I was gonna say what else. I didn't have too many updates, but post 3 times per week for 1 year, grows subscribers. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Like, I think unfortunately the live stream is. I mean, it helps. It's definitely helping because I mean that's really the only thing I've been posting besides a couple of YouTube videos. Like, I mean, I've been doing like 1 video a week or whatever. So that like, it helps for sure. But yeah, need to post at least 3 times probably, and ideally like you can do. I don't know if it's changed, but it used to be you could post 3 different things per day and not get buried by the algorithm. Because like if you post too much, it'll just stop ignoring it. It'll start ignoring it. It'll stop pushing out your YouTube content. But I think you can do 3 things. Consistency. Yeah, that's okay. YouTube support consistency. But you can do basically 3 activities per day. So like you could do a long video, a short video, and a community post, and YouTube will happily support sending that through the algorithm. Like it'll send it to other people. Or you could do 3 longs a day if you got the capacity to do that, or 3 shorts a day or whatever. So the plan, yeah, is to like I'll probably do a live stream. I don't know if live streams like work for that or whatever, but I'm sure they factor in. Like live stream does seem to be like on its own track though. But anyway, I feel like that's probably one of those 3. So the plan was like just live stream, yeah, convert to short, and then 1 community. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of the plan. That's like the general outline I've had in mind. And that's why I kind of started on the like automated system to do that, where it's like if I live stream, then I can use AI to like help me pull clips out of the live stream. Then I don't have to like think about it too much, and then I can have a short ready to go by the time I'm done streaming or whatever, right after I'm done streaming. And then then I'm all set, and then repurpose those shorts into the other platforms as well. So that's still high on the priority list. Like it's gonna happen eventually. On top of doing extra AI automation stuff and all that, so and app development. So got too much going on right now. But yeah, no, for sure. I think Uneducated Player was talking about that too. Just need to do shorts for growth. I mean, some of the guys that I've been following for a while, I know the short strategy can work pretty well. I'm assuming it still probably works pretty well. Pirate Software was a guy that I was watching quite a bit that helped. He had like a really solid shorts community or shorts strategy, and that really like helped blow him up a ton. We basically post at like whatever it was, lunchtime Pacific. So yeah, like whatever, 12 p.m. Pacific. Always have a short ready to go. Try to target the developers when they're on lunch, and try to get a crowd that way. Set up at Jarvis Computer on YouTube to showcase what will be used in my DJ export. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, cool. So you got the YouTube account set up, so you're ready to show it off once it's all built and ready to go. It's good to be prepared for that. That's awesome, man. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be super fun. Yeah, because you said I guess you said you're just looking for emails, waiting for them to announce that the Spark is on its way. We'll use N8N to run your own Jarvis and other HAL. Oh man, yeah, that would be great. That'd be really great. That'd be so much fun. Well, I was looking at I forget. I guess I talked about it a little bit on Friday. But some of the voice models from GPT, I mean, as soon as they hopefully get like a AI or get a robot kind of thing going, those are really solid. They're kind of crazy actually. Let's see. I think we were talking about it on. Keep talking about raw dogging. We were looking for like really cheap hosting the other day, and the other secret projects, of course. Got lots of projects going on, of course. But yeah, the Jarvis voice would be cool. Well, in GPT had that like the Monday voice, and then they got rid of it for some reason. It must have been too. I don't know. Yeah, it was just kind of like that. Maybe I mean I guess they've had some. I don't know. I mean maybe not that funny, but like mental health issues, I guess, and I guess they probably don't want to have a voice that kind of also encourages low mood or depression kind of mentality. So that might have been why they decided not to have that. But it was kind of funny though. It was a fun voice. Right alongside there with Jarvis. But yeah, the Jarvis thing's probably going to have to be open source. They can't do anything that after all, especially after all the backlash with the being a little too similar to her, being a little too inspired by Scarlett Johansson's voice. I'm sure they're gonna have to play it a little bit safer for now. But yeah, some of the voice ones are pretty crazy. So we'll see. Hopefully they have a robot kind of voice right now. Premium advanced voice mode. I haven't checked in a minute, but last time I opened it, it was basically all the same voices that they've had. Which I mean, they sound solid for sure. That's crazy. Just call up their number. Do they list the voice options? There we go. Yeah, they're still the boring ones. Arbor, Breeze, Cove, Ember, Juniper. I kind of just left it on Soul. It's the one I've gotten used to, so that's one I just kind of stick with at this point. And I know you can use them through the API, but I don't know. We were talking about, I think, we were talking about voices on Friday, I think. So I know Danilo help me out with the Kokoro, so I may look at that. I wanted to do, after you guys were talking about Vibe Voice, I was gonna look into that, yeah. But may end up doing Kokoro instead if it's a little bit more manageable. Like, yeah, it's only 82 million per RAM, so that may be much more manageable for like a local machine if you don't have a crazy system. So it's always that balance. I always feel kind of bad. Nice. Been using it over the weekend. Hey, nice. How'd it go? You were generating some voices. Are you still working on your AI? Kokoro's really nice. Nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, I may end up doing that instead, just because like to have an 11 Labs killer would be great. Like something you can just run locally and not have to do an 11 Labs would be ideal. And through your DGX Spark, you can train your own from original sound. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you could. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I haven't gotten that far. That would be awesome though. Be able to train your own audio. Then it could be heavily inspired. But yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. But yes, using it for free on your computer. Yeah, absolutely. Using it for free on one of your virtual machines, I would assume. But yeah, that running it locally would be great. And then yeah, being able to train your own voice would be even better. So that would be cool. That'd be really cool. I wonder. Yeah, it probably could be done via Whisper. That's true. It probably could. That's a good point. A good point, actually. Whisper voice training. Oh wait, using Whisper, Whisper AI. Custom voice training. Fine tuning Whisper for speech transcription. I guess it'd have to be the other way around, right? Rather than you'd be fine tuning it, I guess, to your own voice because Whisper is more of audio to text or speech to text. Probably have to go the other way and try to do a Kokoro or something. A good part of it is that you can use any voice that you have. Okay, cool. What do you mean as far as used any voice for Kokoro or uh, as far as like training your own custom voice? But yeah, running Whisper local for sure. You can use to like turn anything you say into text. So that'll be that's super useful. So I don't think because really. So you can train Kokoro on a voice as well. You can for your own custom voice for Kokoro. Yeah, but that's for sure. Yeah, you can definitely find lots of voice samples out there for sure. Uh, yeah, Kokoro train on voice. Oh, that's right. Okay, I do kind of remember you saying that. Okay, that's crazy. Well, there we go. Yeah, that would be awesome. That makes sense, and it's not too expensive. I mean, I would think they would take a pretty powerful machine to be able to train the voice, but maybe not. I guess if it could just use the model as is, and it's only a you know 82 million parameter model, then if you could run that on your own machine, that'd be great. Nice. Well, there we go. Yeah. So you could use use Kokoro to train off of a uh, you know some samples of a Jarvis or a Hal, and might not be too hard to train your own version. Very cool. Man, that's super useful. Nice. Okay, running with a 3060 Ti. Yeah. Okay. 8 gigs. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I'm still trying to learn. I'm trying to like get to the point that I can like eyeball. It just depends, I guess. It depends on the data, whatever data density or whatever. But I was trying to think like 82 million parameters, like what that would be in terms of gigs. I think it's only a couple gigs, so 8 gigs should be hopefully plenty to get that to work. So that's awesome, man. Um, yeah, very cool. It's wild. A lot of potential. There's a lot. There's so much stuff to do. I think execution is the secret at this point. Unreal speed. There we go. Yeah. So I mean, or just do this. Just run it yourself. Wrap a free model and host it as an option. Run your own 11 Labs alternative. Pretty crazy. For example, to generate 1 minute of audio takes around 10 seconds. That's not bad at all. That's actually not bad at all. Because like even 11 Labs takes a second. Like it's not super fast. At least it's been a minute. I haven't used 11 Labs in a little bit, but I was using it a ton for a while. And I mean, it would take a few seconds to even generate really short stuff. So that's really good. That's crazy. That's really crazy. I there's been a few times now where I'm like I want to use AI to train my own model. I mean, I guess the data is the problem, like the data set. Like the code for the AI is not hard, but you need the data set and the training of some sort of. I mean, I was going to use AI to like validate the training because like GPT and all them had to go pay a bunch of like whatever tens of thousands of people to like read the answers and decide if they were good or bad, right? So it's like whatever real human feedback. Um, but now I think you could use AI to determine the quality of the feedback and do the training. So you just need the data at this point. So you need lots of input to be able to train on, to be able to create your own model and tweak it. I think it's faster than 11 Labs. It probably is. I mean, exactly. I mean, they probably have optimized it at this point that they've gotten past what 11 Labs could do. I mean, I'm sure 11 Labs. I think they even just had like an update not too long ago, but I have not used 11 Labs in a while, so I'm sure they're pretty good at this point. Do they have they have a blog? Let's see what like recent updates. They also look to be taking a cue from GPT styling or OpenAI design aesthetic, going for some nice gradient backgrounds. 11v3 alpha now available. Most expressive text-to-speech model is now available in the API for developer. That's okay. I might be being unfair because like I haven't used these in a while, so they might be good because like GPT model was very expressive, which is pretty crazy. So this one, I'm sure that they're getting up there as well, where they're actually pretty good at intonation and that kind of thing, being able to do what you tell it to do. Because I know I've fought with it many times where it's just like I just want it to say the right thing. Like I want it to either like go up at the end or go down or like pause for a while, and it's really hard to kind of give it the instructions to get it to do that. So hopefully they've improved it since then. Okay, yeah. I mean, I haven't messed around with that either, but I know AI Studio is pretty crazy. Nice. Was it stream? Yeah, I think this is the stream. You could just do native audio. Zephyr. Oh wow, they have a lot of voices. But I forget. Maybe Uneducated Player. Somebody had mentioned that it was Gemini voices were really good for generation. So, I mean, I'm not surprised after Notebook LM. Notebook LM has crazy good sounding audio. So, not surprised at all. With it, turn coverage lets Gemini send audio and video when speech is not detected. Okay. Let Gemini adapt its response style to the input expression and tone. Yeah, okay. Back now. Nice. Oh, no worries. You're listening, but had to jump to grab a limited edition record adapter in orange. Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Was that? Did you have to jump to another computer and get that? Limited edition record adapter, like a vinyl record, like a vinyl record adapter. Go with the new Fosi Audio Luma 3 turntable bot on Kickstarter. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, right on. Well, that sounds good. Do you have a big record collection? I would imagine. And there's effective audio. What was proactive? This feature enables the model to choose not to respond to audio that's not relevant to the ongoing conversation. That's cool. That's really nice too. Turn 58 tokens per image. Interesting. Oh, is this like trying to do talk webcam screen share? This is crazy, man. C Films. I am good, man. How are you? How's it going, man? Thanks for stopping by. No big record collection, but daughter and I are getting into it again. Nice. Yeah, there's definitely been an uptick in vinyl over the last. I mean that trend has been going on for a little while now. So they're coming back, man. There was I don't know. There's that theory that the human brain actually picks up analog sound. Like it's just analog sounds better because that's what we were more conditioned to hearing the digital. I mean, like we by first. Of course, you've earned it at this point, yeah. But I don't know. There's just that that audio quality that you can kind of tell that it's the analog audio is more subtle to our ears than digital. Like it's not immediately obvious, but it's there's something in the background where it just is going to sound a little bit better. So, C Film's great. You're doing great. Glad to hear that, man. That's good, man. What are you up to? What are you up to today? Are you off to another work week, another project? Bought new CD, portable radio, and portable cassette player. Nice. Right on, man. Yeah, that's great. Going full retro at this point. Why not? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. CD player. Yeah. That's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. What was I was thinking about I think I saw a video, some video about Final Fantasy VII, and I was thinking, I was like picturing the old, or my friend, I think I was talking to one of my friends about like the original PlayStation 1, and maybe that's what it was. And then I was thinking about like having to have the CDs to play PlayStation 1, and they had like their weird proprietary one where it was like a black CD rather than their normal, reflective one, like mirrored type CD. So that was I don't know. I'm just trying to remember what was up with that. But anyway, all the retro tech. I'm a big fan, at least as far as like retro gaming. That was actually one of the things I was going to do while I was back here. I was going to grab my Nintendo 64 and take it back up with me to my apartment because I wanted to do some old school Mario because I was watching some speed runs of it. So Might have to grab my my old consoles and take them with. Working on the C Films brand. Right on, man. What are you doing with that? Still working on. Um, I know you were pretty active on Twitter, so still or whatever X, still going on X. And you backed the new Spectrum Next 3 on Kickstarter. Okay. Spectrum Next 3 Kickstarter. Let's see what we got. ZX Spectrum Next 3? Is it this? It's keyboard? Or what? Is this not a keyboard? Specky computer? When you're 13, your parents couldn't afford to buy one, so now you get one. Nice. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely get that. Oh, it's Commodore 64. Okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man. Oh yeah, that's yeah. Now we're talking. Been working more lately on your Instagram. Oh, there you go. For C Films. There you go. Yeah. I mean, Instagram is still going strong. Instagram seems to be a big play right now, as far as if you can get the whole strategy of like posting, posting something useful and then offering it in the DMs. Like, hey, DM me and I'll send you whatever, and then you just do everything in the DM. So yeah, definitely a strong Instagram strategy right now. Oop, is that me? Why is their video? Ah, nice. Pretty cool. Oh, whoa. AK computers, 8-bit. Yeah, yeah. Completely retro tech. Nice. Crazy. Oh, very cool. Specky sounds familiar. That's super cool. Very cool. That'll be fun. What would a 2-bit computer be like? I mean, aren't all computers 2-bit? That's basically what they are, right? It's all binary at the heart of it. I mean, I guess that would 2-bit, so that'd be whatever, not quite binary, uh, but yeah, 0, 0, 1, and then 0, 1, and 2, so 4 or 3. ZX Spectrum, ZX80, Sir Clive Sinclair. Also order the new Commodore 60. There's a new Commodore 64. That'd be crazy too. That was a little bit before my time. I was the original Nintendo was where I was first introduced to gaming. Got the original Nintendo. I mean, I was born in '88, so it had actually already been out for like what 3? I think Nintendo came out in '85, the NES. So it'd been around for a little bit, but I mean, I remember playing that when I was. I mean, there's like video of me playing Mario, and where like I don't remember, but like I've been doing it since I was like 4 years old. So there before the internet. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Basically, yeah, yeah. I remember having computers before the internet. Remember getting dial-up, then eventually convincing my parents that we needed cable internet so we can be on the internet all the time. First computer was an Abacus. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the old school manual. What if somebody made a 3-bit game? A 3-bit game. Yeah. That would be. I'm sure you could do it. I mean, you have to be kind of creative about it, but I'm sure you could do a 3-bit game. Oh, this reminds me of the Game of Life. I probably think about this like way too much. Game of Life. Software. Software, I guess. Program. Yeah. Conway's Game of Life. There we go. Oh, nice. Google knows what's up. Because this is like super, super simple. I feel like this would be an easy way to. You can make a game out of this. Still do remember the sound of your US robotics modem. Yep. Yeah, that classic dial-up sound was so distinct. Had the telephone modem like War Games, no kidding. Yeah, exactly. Telephone coupler. That's crazy. Yeah, mine was just. I think at that point we just went with a whatever it was, like a compact or something like that could connect to the internet. Had its built-in modem. Kind of. I went from like, had a floppy disk computer and then kind of like jumped after a few years to something a little more modern. But yeah, dial the number to connect to it, put the handset. Oh yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, so I didn't do that. That's pretty nuts. Kind of skipped over all like the manual tech like that. I was not not that, and not much of a tech savant. I mean, I built a computer. I think like just when I started high school, so it was like freshman year of high school. I think is when I built my first computer. But up until that point, I'd used a lot of computers. I learned how to, clean them up and fix them and stuff, but not as far as like software goes. But yeah. The only floppy I have now is the stomach. Yeah, exactly. I did find my friend gave me a floppy disk the other day that he had from like when we were kids. He's like, I don't even know what's on it. It's like I don't even have a drive to plug it into, but was gonna try to see what it was. But I think when he was moving, he found an old floppy disk, and he's like, here, you can have it back. Your parents gave me your first computer in July '94. Nice, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. My dad had brought some old computers back from work, so I got to play some like super old school stuff on that. It was like it was like Cookie Monster, some sort of like Cookie Monster game, and like some sort of old school golf game, and then Wolfenstein 3D. So went from like playing Sesame Street to playing shooters, the old school Wolfenstein. But that was back in the floppy disk days, whatever that was. Windows 3.1, the Windows 3.1 computer, I think was what it was. Don't know how many cuts you had on your hand from building computers on these cases are so sharp. I bet the old school. I bet they were not super well clean or well molded. They're probably pretty rough to put together. What size was the floppy disk? Was it 3.5 inch floppy? Not. I mean, we had one of the ones with like the big floppies that were like 5 point Windows 3.11. Yeah. What was the other? Because it was like 3.5 inch floppies and then like 5.6 inch floppies, like the really big floppy ones, and then then the little ones came out after that. But they were like 3 megs or something, which is crazy. 2 years after the World Wide Web, and Sir Tim Berners-Lee invented it. Yeah, man. Yeah, pretty crazy. Current Windows still has 3.1 underneath it. Does it? I did not know that. They just kind of built on top of it. Like, that's kind of crazy. Older and TQ one. Yeah, exactly. Four most popular and commercially available categories of floppy disk and disk drives are 8-inch, 5 1/4, 3.5, and high capacity floppies or drives. Okay. Still has the same vulnerabilities. I'm not surprised there. Yeah, I remember the 3.5 and maybe the 8-inch. I kind of remember seeing those. 8-inch floppy disk. Yeah, that's one. I think I had a couple of these. I remember these. These are like the true floppy disks because they actually were like flimsy. Okay, just kidding. Still, that would be pretty great though. Would not be surprised. Well, it's kind of like the retro gaming. That was kind of what's fun about like retro games is that the bugs are still there. Couldn't update the thing. So yes, I have heard of Laserdisc. Yeah, I remember that was the big deal. It was uh kind of like that was the first kind of divide where it's like Laserdisc was going to be the future versus I think just DVD, right? It's kind of it reminds me of the big like HD DVD versus Blu-ray, right? It was like that kind of split in media, I guess, which was also like VHS and Betamax. You sold them. You're a computer sales consultant in Scotland. Really? The Philips Laserdisc? Yeah, then yeah, VHS versus Beta, right? Yeah. So that's probably like the true one, right? That's funny. Sold some Laserdisc back in the day. I remember one of the classes I was in middle school, like so we had a Laserdisc player. So I remember we watched something in class one time that was on Laserdisc. And we were like, whoa, that's crazy. And then that was like the only time I think I'd ever seen anything on a Laserdisc. Maybe heard like friend of a friend had a Laserdisc, but that was about it. So it was, yeah, right. It was like a record. It's like a vinyl record, only it was like a CD. What they asked, what would probably become a CD essentially. Boxes of perforated paper for dot matrix printers. Yep. I remember we had a few of those lying around. I think we had a dot matrix printer at one point. So yeah, I remember I remember pulling the sheets out and they were all connected together. Had a Japanese friend. His father used to bring them from Japan. Whoa, that's crazy. Used to bring laser discs from Japan. Before the Laserdisc format, people watch movies in theaters, on television, and by projecting, 8mm or 16mm film reels at home. Yeah, man. Yeah, the old school. That would be crazy too. To have your own projector. Computer dinosaur. Yeah, you got me beat. I don't think I started building computers. Whenever that would have been. It was like early 2000s. So yeah, at that point things had gotten pretty advanced. I had a nice AMD processor, had a couple gigs of RAM, so it was a pretty big deal. Laserdiscs, man, that's cool. Laserdisc from Japan, pretty legit. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think I might have had one friend. Like I kind of vaguely remember that, but yeah, nobody was that advanced around me. So just VHS players until we finally switched to DVD player. DVD player finally became a little more universal. I think we mostly just ended up using like an Xbox as a DVD player instead. It was like an investment to just buy the gaming console and have a DVD player that way. Oh man, you learned assembly, Fortran, Pascal, C++, COBOL 85, and Ada. Nice. C++ is like the lowest I think I've had to go. I mean, I guess I did. I don't think I learned assembly. I started going down that path where I did have to learn a little bit, where I had to like build a circuit board and kind of learn some assembly there. And I mean, I went through a lot of the classes of like, writing compilers, but I didn't go the CS route. So I didn't have to actually like build my own compiler. We just kind of learned about, all the, whatever you want to call it, memory gates and that kind of thing. So didn't go that far though. I've heard of Cartravision. That sounds familiar. Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I don't know if I can talk about Cartravision too much. I'm assuming that's probably around the same time of like VHS and stuff. Fortran for robots, that would make sense. Ada for military. Okay. Yeah, Ada, I was gonna say I don't recognize Ada. I mean, I feel like I've heard of it, but I don't know much about it. Yeah, I was gonna say, is it? Yeah, COBOL is still at banks, isn't it? Like JP Morgan and stuff. They still have entire data banks that are run by that. Heard like rumors of like actual physical machines that need robots to like type things in on like the COBOL systems and stuff because they can't migrate away from those original mainframes and like data tapes and stuff. Learned Pascal, Visual Basic, HTML in high school. Yeah, basically I was Visual Basic, which was starting to get up there. It was like I think I did Visual Yeah, it was like VB6 or something. Like it was getting up there, and then I learned actually they started teaching Java, so I took Java in high school. But I did do a little bit of HTML too. Cartridge is an analog videotape cartridge format introduced in 1972. First format to offer feature films for consumer rental. Interesting. I did not know that. Maybe that is like a VHS precursor. So yeah, never heard of Cartridge. They didn't make it, I guess. 1972. That's crazy though. And Clipper. That's a new one. I don't know about Clipper. At least I don't recognize that. Yep, objective oriented C++. Oh yeah, yeah. Done a good amount of that. Did a bunch of that in college. Did HTML in '92. Yep, that sounds about right. Man, those back in the days. Those back in the table days. Everything was tables all the way down. Oh man, I do not miss that. Do not miss tables. Yeah, I think that was like the first thing because I never really figured out how to. I was like trying to do Clipper. I don't recognize Clipper language. Yeah, that's a new one for me. Not that many L's. Clipper programming language. Xbase compiler. Xbase. Okay, Xbase. That sounds familiar. Yeah, for the DOS operating system in the mid '80s. Wow. Yeah, that's a new one. I have not heard of that. That's crazy. First model of Cartridge equipped TV set sold for $1,350. Was the first video cassette recorder to have pre-recorded tapes of popular movies available for rent. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't. I mean, the Cartridge, like it sounds familiar. It's probably one of those things I probably heard in a documentary at some point, but I don't remember that one at all. Don't remember hearing about that one when I was a kid, at least. Because I just bury you with an iPad. There you go. Can't go wrong with that. First editor was a Micro Emacs. Oh man, yeah, can't go wrong with Emacs. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like that's where I like got into trouble. I couldn't figure out it like how to find a compiler. Like for a long time, it was hard to have like a compiler for code, so I had to do it like I could do it at school. I like learned that I needed a compiler to be able to get a program to run. Like after you coded it, but I couldn't figure out like how to actually do that. So I just remember playing around with like HTML because it's like, oh, I can just like create HTML in the browser. So like I at least did that, but it took a while until I finally got to the point. It's like, oh, like how do I actually like download something that could compile? So it was like back in the day, I guess it was like Visual Studio, trying to find like, can I get a free Visual Studio somewhere? And it's just crazy now because it's like you can just you can download VS Code for free and it's like super lightweight and compile whatever you want. So kind of insane. I also was like more of a Windows guy. If I'd have learned proper Linux, then I would have been able to actually compile my own C. But didn't know that at the time. Was only doing Windows. I knew what Linux was, but I hadn't figured out how to like use Linux yet. So yeah. News for the day. Oh yeah, the super fast coder. Yeah, Grok. That came out I think on Friday. Grok Code Fast 1. Or was there something else that happened today? Yeah, Grok Code Fast 1. Yeah, I saw that. They unveiled it officially on because I think I popped into Cursor and was looking to see if Sonic was still on there, and then I saw that it was called Grok Code Fast 1 instead. Because it props to them. I was looking online and they said like they're constantly improving it, so it actually is already nice. Whoa, that's crazy. Let's see, what was it? Open Router. It's like number 1 on Open Router already. Rankings. There we go. Yeah, it's okay. Number 2. That's crazy. Actually, that's very fast turnaround. So yeah, I have to try it out. I only tried it once so far, and it will like really aggressively wanted to change a bunch of stuff when I told it what I wanted to do. So I was like, okay, let's chill. So I kind of backed off. But that was also last week when it was still called Sonic, and I don't know. He was posting online that like they're changing it a lot already, so it's probably gotten better since then. But pretty crazy actually. So I'll have to try it out more. Yeah, there we go. It's number one in code, I guess. Number 1 for programming. Already beat out Sonic 4, which is pretty cool. Heard of IBM Simon? I've not heard of IBM Simon. Is that? Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't sound familiar. IBM Simon. Ah, man, this always gets me. Like if I, there's probably at some point I'm probably just gonna end up doing a bunch of like video game creation, but not yet. Gotta do business first. Then we can get into video game creation. Maybe I'm Simon's a new one though. Oh, whoa, weird. First smartphone. Nice. No, I have not seen that. That's crazy. Basically, the first PDA, right? Yeah, personal digital assistant. No, PDAs were the yeah, exactly. Pioneering device considered the first smartphone that combined personal digital assistant and cell phone features. It's crazy, man. If you're, it's crazy how like some of this stuff was super early, super ahead of its time. People just weren't ready yet. It doesn't matter how you package it, I guess. Depends on how you sell it. It makes a difference. So back to gaming. I don't know. I know that Dreamcast, the Dreamcast console always gets touted as one of those systems that was like way ahead of its time, and it just like didn't do that well just because it could do too much. Like people didn't know what to do with it. So I still kind of I should have picked up one. I almost picked up a Dreamcast for free, or not for free, but like for like $50 or something, or like $35, super cheap used, because that's the one of the consoles that I don't have. And they used to be really good for modding. You could just like very easily hack them to do whatever you wanted. So should have picked up a Dreamcast when I had the chance, but I regret it. Didn't do it. Used to hack with a Scion Series 5MX handheld computer. Oh man, okay. Haven't heard of that one either. What kind of hacking were you doing? Just hacking, building stuff, or were you actually hacking? 5MX handheld computer. Oh wow, nice. That's cool. Hey, you can get one for $200. That's crazy, actually. 1997. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Sega CD was also kind of the same. Yeah, it kind of came out. That's true. It came out right around the same time and had the same problem. Like I don't know. They it's like that in between where it's like PS1, I guess, like did it right, and Dreamcast and Sega CD just weren't there. Didn't have the adoption for some reason. But I forgot about Sega CD. That was a big one too. I think that basically killed them, didn't it? Because like that was the last Sega console, and then I think Nintendo just bought Sega instead. Actually hacking. Okay, gotcha. Nice. Doing a little white hatting. Doing a little red team. Paid you to tester systems. Nice. Yeah. I that always sounds like fun. That always seems like that'd be a fun thing to do. See how much trouble you can get into in their system. If they're paying you for it, then it's totally legit. Like no issues there. Red teaming, I guess. Yeah, that'd be a good time. That'd be a lot of fun. I remember a guy talking about that when he came to, I forget, one of my classes at Purdue, but just yeah, talking about like yeah, I bet that would be a fun one to get into a lot. I mean, I have entire conferences and positions dedicated to it, so I just remember him talking about like trying to find like creative ways to just really hammer systems with like just spinning up. I mean, basically probably what's still happening now, just spinning up hundreds of virtual machines to just do something really simple, like click a button and try to DDoS systems and that kind of thing. Piss off a few system admins. Yeah, exactly. I would imagine. You're hurting some egos at that point when you're breaking down people's systems and getting into showing off their vulnerabilities. So, like I said, it's got two sides to that coin, unfortunately. But man, yeah, that would be fun. That'd be fun stuff to do. Yes. Yeah, that's always rough when your stuff gets hacked. It's like, oh man, that bruises the ego a little bit, but it's a necessary thing, Got to keep things secure, man. And it's also like it's hard to keep track of everything. Like I mean, security is like it's not a whatever. It's not an if, but it's a when. You have to, basically be able to react quickly because you can't cover everything. Like it's going to happen. So better to have somebody that you paid to hack the system as opposed to somebody who's just trying to get whatever they can. Two different sides of the first PlayStation console. That sounds familiar. Yeah, because the PS Slim came out, right? So it was like the bigger PS1, and then it went to like the smaller PS1. So that sounds right. I feel like I remember that. Try to impress your daughter a few months ago. She asked you to show her what it did. I was crap at it. Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is, like, I think uh, a lot of the basic stuff has been is much harder to do. Like, it's much harder to hack than it used to be, at least. But I mean, I'm sure there's opportunities, and there's still basics that get missed and stuff. But uh, it's a lot. I mean, now I feel like most hacking is just whatever social engineering. It's just convincing somebody that has access to do what you want them to do, and then you're good to go. So all the ground level. I mean, there's like occasionally like 0-day exploits, I guess, right? Like somebody will accidentally have some sort of like Chrome browser issue or whatever that's like, oh, if you do this, whatever, you can get into things. But or that, yeah, or you need some like crazy equipment. Basically, you have to be like yeah, exactly. Either you need like a botnet or something to be able to like slam some network to get it to do what you want. But when you've got stuff like Cloudflare, it's like you just plug into that and they've already got the infrastructure to handle it. So know about the third size of it. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know that I do about PlayStation sizes. PlayStation 1 sizes. Yeah, I remember the original being like kind of huge, and then the Slim came out. Ah, there we go. Okay, is it? Oh, okay, maybe the classic. When they got to the point that like, oh, these things are easy to make. So speaking of retro, one thing I've always wanted to do, because like I guess I mean like I had uh yeah, exactly what others are doing with the AI. Yeah, for sure. You can definitely use AI to help you get into some stuff. For sure. They're getting good. They're getting pretty good. Especially like the AI voice stuff is a little scary, because I mean you can start to replicate people's voices and have phone calls like, I'm in jail, you need to send me money, and that kind of thing. Like, yeah, that stuff's a little scary. I'm gonna say I think the SNES cartridge. It's I've seen these before. At some point, I wanted to do something like this, where I wanted to do like custom SNES. I know there's a couple games that are out there where they've like gone back and created a game that works on the SNES and like fits on the original hardware and stuff, or fits on the original cartridge hardware and that kind of thing. That would be probably something I would do in the future at some point. Try to see about, I don't know, programming something cool on an old school SNES, because that was basically kind of where my probably like most of my gaming started. Because I mean I remember playing the NES a little bit, but like Super Nintendo's where I really started to like really have memories of it. Shout out to anyone who wants to share what they're doing with AI. Yeah, for sure. Oh, got it. What are others doing here with AI? Yeah, gotcha. I know Danilo is doing some uh, AI avatar stuff, talking about being able to chat with an AI about data. And have you heard of apartmental intelligence? No, I have not heard of apartmental intelligence. It sounds interesting. Another AI, I guess, right? Um, yeah, no. Mostly, I was going to do some AI workflow stuff this week. What do I need to do this week? I got some PDF generation going. Or no, I need to finish getting some PDF generation going. I had a PDF templated. I have data created. I need to make sure that the PDF actually gets created. So I have some AI stuff to do with that, but not too much there. I've got the GPT loop working. I just need to make sure that Craft My PDF platform connects to N8N and generates the PDF as expected, and then pulls in the images. So that's my plan, at least for this week, at least to get that going. Do a Vibe voice probably, or do a Kokoro. Danilo is selling me on Kokoro, so that may be my week for AI at this point. Artificial intelligence and automation. That's true. Fair enough. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I mean, I think it makes it the easiest way to like combine them. So, yeah, that's true. That's very fair. I'm talking more about automation, but I mean, at the same time, it is kind of using both. It's like it's kind of that like the glue, because like I needed GPT to be able to analyze images and create sentences that I could then fill out the PDF with, and then I think that's it though. I think the rest of that automation doesn't need AI at that point, because it just needs to create the PDF. Well, it's probably going to need an AI agent to help like fill in the gaps of being able to send emails and stuff. So they kind of do go hand in hand. I mean, I think eventually they are going to be the same thing. I think like AI will just kind of subsume the automation part. Like GPT is pretty good about that already, where it's like you can tell it to do reminders and like it can just do its own task-based stuff. So once it's got like full, queue management and that kind of thing, like I think it'll just be able to kind of do everything. Back to the Jarvis thing, you can just talk to Jarvis and be like, hey, like, run these apps at this time, and then if that gets that, then do this and all that. Like just list out everything you want to happen and it'll just manage it all for you. So I definitely think that's probably the direction we're heading. Create an AI agent using HeyGen interactive avatar. Nice. Try to use as little AI as possible in your automations. Yeah, exactly. Like it kind of goes back and forth where, I mean, they're good. Like AI is super good, but I don't know. There's just that 80% chance, it's getting lower, that it is just going to do something wrong or it's going to get confused. But yeah, exactly. Limit the probability of hallucinations as possible. Yeah. You can't just like 100%, which can't always 100% trust humans either. But I think the AI does have a little bit higher probability of just doing something weird. But it's getting closer. I feel like GPT-5 is much better at following instruction, but it still will do weird things occasionally. And some of the other models are like really bad about it. So we're getting there. We got progress to make. But definition of AI, yeah, that's a good point. Can't trust it. Yeah, exactly. Just can't trust it. It's close, but if you can just define the steps and just have the steps do what you need to do, then yeah. I mean, unless you want to do maybe with like a couple iterations. I mean, if you probably did like 3 cycles, like 3 individual instances, not the same conversation, you probably would get there. You probably would then you're probably close to like 99%. So I do feel like that's something that's kind of slept on. Everybody kind of expects the AI to be one shot. And if you did just, 2 or 3 cycles on top of something, then you could probably get to the point that it's like, all right, you're good. Like you've eliminated the probability of it being too crazy. But yeah, the definition of AI is slippery. Like it's definitely it's already changed where it used to be just like, oh, AI is, the Turing test. Like, can you tell if you're talking to an AI or not? And now it's kind of like, oh, well, all these models are AI, but are they actually just LLMs? Like they're just really, whatever, stochastic machines that are guessing the right thing to say. And they're not really intelligent. They're just, probability answers. But I probably tend to fall towards the general AI is just whatever, Google, Gemini, and GPT and Grok and all those. Whenever you need to use AI, try to break the agents with minimal activity as possible, diving into sub agents. Yeah, exactly. I think if you can keep them like focused on specific tasks, then they're pretty good. But if you try to like that's why it's like the easy thing. My username is a website. Oh, wait, whose is my like my website or I was gonna say I don't think I have a name on here right now. So yeah, but I do have a website. But anyway, yeah, I think it makes sense to kind of keep them separated if you're going to call an AI and keep it focused on like individual tasks. And that's what I was going to say was that the easy content approach is to like create those giant AI workflows. They're like, oh, like this AI agent model does everything. Like you just plug in every app that you could possibly imagine and it just does what you tell it to do, which I mean would be great if that was the case, but I think it just gets confused and then ends up doing like something crazy where you can't really trust it. So, but man, like that's what people want. Yeah, jpeters.dev as a website. Yeah, my personal website is jpeters like dot, I guess, period, jpeters period dev, as opposed to .dev. So yeah, I haven't done much with my personal website either. it does feel like personal websites are like kind of dying, which I mean probably means we're gonna go back. Now it's all about LLM SEO. So rather than AI SEO, but like LLM SEO, where if you can get your website as one of the answers to one of these models, then you can get some traffic back to your website. So maybe an opportunity there. But for a while there, it kind of felt like websites are kind of dead. Like you go to people's social media, you don't really go to their website. Like you can go to their website for if they're more for like a service, like if you needed to go there to do something. Otherwise, like a personal website doesn't really help too much. So I'm kind of somewhere in between where I have a website that's like, hey, I'll help you with AI stuff. Hey, here's some of the other stuff I've worked on. So it's kind of in between, just like everything else. I got way too many things going on right now. So I'll get back to it. But thanks for finding it. Yep, I do have a website. If you have any feedback or whatever, let me know. But yeah. No man, actually, I'm gonna have to hop off here in a minute. I gotta get going. But this is good, guys. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I know it's a American holiday, so I think some of my my American buddies are off doing stuff. So I had the day off today, which is kind of nice. I'm trying to kind of take the day off. I still got some work to do, but I gotta go hang out with the family since I'm back in town. So I'm gonna go do that. But it was a good chat. Thanks guys for coming in and talking retro tech. Appreciate the input, Craig. C Films, good to see you, man. Hopefully your brand building goes well. Let me know if I can help. I mean, that's more of the stuff I do want to get to with what I've been doing with this channel and stuff. I definitely kind of gearing more towards the branding stuff. So hopefully I can help out with some Instagram stuff eventually. Danilo, good luck with the AI agent with your with your client. Hopefully you're able to get something going. You do SEO? Nice. Yeah, I do need to do more SEO. SEO is a good one. Thanks, Danilo. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, it should be good. Be good to go hang out with them. Craig, of course, thank you for the retro input. It was fun talking old tech. Good luck with all of your new investments. Hopefully your new toys are showing up soon. And yeah, I'll probably be on tomorrow morning. So be back to normal tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys then. But yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you later.